Mapledale.
Out in St. Andrews, where legends are born, on the links by the sea, 'neath the early morn. Old Tom Morris, with his clubs in hand, the grand old man of golf, the king of the land.
1969, the course was relocated, and that's when the established 18 holes that you're seeing right now was completed. That was built by Russell Roberts, who built the official 18 hole.
But it goes further back than that, with an original 3 holes that dates back to 1925. Walking on in, the complex is big. I like the brick building. And this is more of the wedding scene here. You got to turn over to the side to actually get the golf course. But here at Mapledale Country Club Golf Course, which is a 4.4 out of 5 with 250 Google reviews. I will say the hot dog was pretty good that I had there. The locker room, everything in regards to before the tee time was fun. You can see right out there, that's a good dog. But nonetheless, the course was built in 1925, only 3 holes. Currently, the conditions of the course are very nice. We're going to walk through the front 9 of the facility and talk as much about the history as we can. Originally 1925, but in the mid-1930s, the completion of 9 holes was done. In 1969, there was a relocation and then extended to 18 holes. That relocation took place on 158 acres of land. That's when we saw Russell Roberts come in and help build and complete the course you're seeing today. Russell also built Chesapeake Bay there in Maryland. If you haven't played that course, take a look at our golf channel. We'll be sure to provide some information. Now, the history of this golf facility dates back even further to 1684, where a signature of this land was by William Penn that they have signed for the actual land that this used to be. In 1708, there was another owner change of this land to David of Wales. And then the original structure, which you can see on 16 and 17 tees, was the home of David Wales. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of that because we only played the front 9. It's a slow course on the weekend, I will say. It probably was a little bit slower than I thought, but it might have just been the group in front of me, so give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's go through some more of the history because it doesn't end there. In 1776, another family purchased it, which was the Rigidity family. And then in 1922, David O. Hastings construct 3 holes on his property, which is now known as Mapledale Farm, which was then relocated, which was at the corner of Route 8 and Kent Road. Now that was the original 3 holes that changed to 9, and then we switched, relocated over to here. Very complicated, but once you dig into it, you kind of get a good feeling. The original 3 holes you can't play here. That's what I got. And then essentially the course that you're seeing today was built in the late 60s. I mean, I actually really like this course. I thought that this was very well maintained, very challenging. You find yourself getting pretty frustrated at some of these par 5s. Strategic, you had to be kind of, make some decisions with your club, and tight. Some of these holes were pretty tight, but the conditions of the course were very nice. The price, extremely fair and comparable. I will say it's probably worth it to play a full 18 holes. I think it was only $10 more. When you look at the price of this course in comparison to Middleton's prices, they're a little bit cheaper, so you might have an incentive to come down here and play this one. Overall, I thought, again, the putting green surfaces might have been the highlighting part of my experience on that day, and that it actually sits on with that early history in Delaware is very interesting and probably should be highlighted a little bit more. It is on their website, so that's how I was able to pull from it. It's a USGA championship course. I mean, that's right where we're going to start out at, and it's 6,672 yards, bent grass greens, open year-round, with a slope of 126 and a rating of 71.5. Now, there is 19 holes here, which again, I'm kicking myself for not coming back here. They built another hole towards the end. The 19th hole was built in 2012. So again, maybe another missed opportunity during my experience there. but I was in a rush to play some other courses in this area. I enjoyed this wood territory for the most part, but with a lot of water. You could find yourself in the water depending on your strategic play. The ninth hole was probably my favorite hole because even though there were some houses on it, it was pretty strategic. You couldn't just bang a driver. Overall, it is what it is. It's a great price for what you get, and I'm looking forward to getting back over there. I think it's fun that it has this much interesting history, and maybe you do too. Let us know down in the comment section what you think of this course, and if you played it, and let us know more importantly what other courses you think we should play. This was one that I enjoyed, and hats off to the fellow gentlemen that I played with, the locals. I enjoyed myself very much getting out there, and it makes a big difference when you play with some locals. It's a fun experience.